Hi, welcome to Talking Text. We're in Psalm 2 and from verse 10. Now therefore be wise, O kings. Be warned, O rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry and you perish in the way, for his wrath is quickly kindled. But blessed are all who take refuge in him. As we draw the psalm to a close, the writer says here, be wise and be warned. God is providing the wise way, not the way of the foolish, but the way of God. And he says, be warned, take heed, choose life, as Deuteronomy put it. Be warned that perishing is possible. God cannot be mocked. His rulership cannot be broken in any way. And so he says, be wise and serve the Lord. Submit yourself unto God. It is always better to follow God's ways than our ways. I am astonished at how often I think my ways are smarter than God's ways. And he says here, be wise, be warned, serve the Lord. He says, and rejoice in this trembling, in this submitting and fearing God. There's much joy. As he said in Psalm 1, his delight is in the law of the Lord. Our delight is in serving this great King. And he says the way of wisdom is this. It is to kiss the Son, or rulers. This is the God's way. Kiss the Son unless you perish, unless you wither. The remedy for withering is to kiss the Son, to draw near to his Son, Jesus, God's Son, Jesus. There's a story in the New Testament of the woman who wept on Jesus' feet and kissed his feet and dried his feet with her hair. She drew near to kiss him. Those around rebuked her and said, "Oh, what are you doing?" And they didn't like what she was doing. And Jesus said, she's been forgiven much. She's loved deeply me. She's drawn near, she's kissed me. All her many sins are forgiven. The remedy for perishing and for our sins is to draw near and love Jesus with all of our hearts, minds, and souls. And we need his help to do that, but there is an invitation to do that. And this is what this psalm is landing on. It's an invitation to draw near and kiss God's Son, Jesus, which is the remedy for perishing. In fact, he lands with this statement, blessed are all who take refuge in him. Blessed are all. Blessed is the one who finds his delight in God's law, but here it says, blessed are all as well who take refuge in this King, Jesus. Do we find our refuge in Jesus? We may think that refuge is found in many other places, and we soon discover that there is no refuge in anything. Everything ultimately lets us down. What a great grace that God has given us a refuge, and that refuge is himself, God's King, Jesus. As we close this psalm out, I want to read Numbers 6, which is the picture of the blessed life and which we are invited into. Moses prays that this is how the people of God will be blessed. He says, "Oh, let the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace." This psalm invites us in to the blessed life and the peace that is found in his ways and in the King, Jesus. Thanks for letting me text.